Do you guys like Pokemon that have high friendship like Umbreon over here? Umbreon is the cutest thing ever, and there are a lot of Pokemon in the game that require a high friendship to evolve, like my little Umbreon over here, which is evolved from Eevee at high friendship during nighttime. It has to be nighttime, but I'm going to explain this in this video. But first, we're going to be going to a store called the Delibird Presents that is available in many cities. So just zoom in, find the store. It looks like a handbag or like a bag, and it's called Delibird Present. So we're going to go there to get a very necessary item for raising friendship. So here's what the store looks like. You can see it has a Delibird on the front. Kind of looks like a Santa Claus store, and we're just going to go inside. From here, we're going to look at the general goods. And from here, we're going to go down. You will see there are some stones here that you can evolve other Eevees into the other types in case you want those. But we're going to go down to right over here. Here's a Soothe Bell. I have 7 of these because you get them as a reward in some Terra raids. So 7 is a little crazy. What this does, it increases the friendship you gain with your Pokemon by a little bit more than usual. So if you're trying to make a Pokemon friendly to you, make sure it's holding a Soothe Bell. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look in our party over here. Now you see I have a Dragapult and a Goldengo. Don't worry about those two. Those two I'm just going to use for battles, right? I'm going to raise friendship with this Eevee that I bred. You can see it's level 1. This Chansey, which I want to turn into a Blissey because I need to register it with my Pokédex. And the Meowth, don't worry about that one. I'm just leveling it while it's here because, you know, it's always best to do multiple things at the same time. Like I'm going to raise the friendship of these two Pokemon at the same time. So I recommend checking all the Pokemon that you need in your Pokédex that need friendship and put them in the same party. Actually, now that I think of it, where's Riolu? And there's my Riolu, which is going to be turning into a Lucario once it has high friendship. So we're going to do these 3 at the same time. But first, we're going to go give an item to hold, and we're going to give it that Soothe Bell. You'll find it under the candy icon. Scroll all the way down, and it will be below the mints, below the stones. And here it is, Soothe Bell. Give to Pokemon. Cool. And then we're going to give one to Chansey as well. And lastly, another one for Riolu. Alright, so now that that's all sorted and ready, we are ready to go ahead and make a good friendship. So the first way you can do this is a method I actually didn't even use the first time, but you can go ahead and do a picnic, make a sandwich, and wash your Pokemon. As usual, it does not matter how you make the sandwich at all. You can put the stuff there, and you put that over there. Who cares? They're going to eat it anyway. It's a goddamn masterpiece, okay? And there you go, a perfect 3-star sandwich, because how you make it does not matter. I don't really care about the abilities and the things I put at the top there, so don't worry too much about that right now. After making a sandwich, you can also play with your Pokemon. If you feel like playing with them, throw a ball down and let them just have fun. When you see the musical notes above the head, it means they're having a good time and they're enjoying themselves. I, however, do not favor the picnic method. I just make a sandwich and I move on. Instead, what I recommend is using Pokemon Outbreaks. Now, this is a fun and kind of easier way to raise your friendship, is just by doing a bunch of battles to raise those Pokemon's friendships. Now, I look for a nice hard one, a nice difficult one with a higher level Pokemon so that your Pokemon are going to gain experience, because as they gain experience and they do battles with you, they become more friendly towards you. So I'm going to go to this one right over here, which was really good, and I actually used this for my Umbreon earlier. And we're almost there. This outbreak is actually really cool for this Golduck. There are so many of them in this small little area over here. You'll see it's right at the top of this peak. And we are going to engage with them one by one and beat them. Wow, it took 1. This Chansey took 1 battle to evolve. I did 1 battle, guys. 1 battle. Unfortunately, Umbreon is not going to be that easy. So while we are done with Blissey, we still have to do Riolu and Eevee. So keep battling these as much as you can. What I did earlier was I beat 22 of these and I evolved Eevee into Umbreon. As you can see here, it's also a great way to level up your Pokemon too. Now, it's important to know that when your Pokemon reaches a high friendship, it will still require a level up. So if your Pokemon is already level 100, you are going to have to use a rare candy on it to prompt the evolution. However, if your Pokemon's still leveling up and it just hasn't reached its next level yet, even though it's on its high friendship, just go ahead and level it up with XP candies, or just keep battling until it gains a level up, and it should reach that point. From what I've noticed with the Eevees, around, like if they're starting at level 1 and you've bred them, for example, right? They're starting at level 1. By the time you reach level, like, you know, 32, 33, 34 is roughly when they evolve, at least from my experience. And there we go, Eevee is evolving. That was a lot quicker than I expected, to be honest. And this was during daytime, so we got Espeon. Now there is one thing I forgot to mention, is that the reason why we got Espeon instead of Sylveon is I actually forgot that Sylveon can only be evolved from Eevee if the Eevee has a fairy type move. If it doesn't have a fairy type move and it is daytime, it will evolve into Espeon, and if it's nighttime, it will evolve into Umbreon. Now you're also wondering, like, why did I get Blissey so fast and why did I get Espeon here, but Riolu's still here, even though they've been on the party at the same time, and I haven't used any of these in battle previously, so what's happening? Now, what happens in Pokemon is that Pokemon all have a base friendship level. Meaning that some of them, when you first catch them or you first get them, they have a set amount of friendship towards you. Some can be higher, some can be lower. For example, Umbreon is usually a lot lower, and Riolu is a lot lower, meaning you have to raise their friendship higher to reach a high point so that they can evolve. So make sure you know these before you spend all your time grinding. Riolu is now level 32. I typically expect around about now is when it will prompt its evolution. So let's see here. It's going to gain a level up from this. Let's see if it evolves right after this. Imagine I call it because Lucario... Yeah, never mind. Forget I said anything. Unfortunately for Riolu, it has just gone nighttime, but that is how you evolve your Pokemon through high friendship in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.